What's going on YouTube? Today we're going to be playing the only game that lets you drive the car without a gas tank. It's Car Mechanic Sim 2018. Let's head on in. Since you last left me, I have actually flipped about 3 cars and I was able to raise about $72,000. I was able to buy this car and now I have $29,000, and I believe I have some still inside of my garage. Yeah, I have one inside my garage that I'm actually going to keep as my personal car, but since I have $29,000 right now, I'm actually able to do that, which is kind of impressive for me because I'm really bad at saving money. So let's go ahead and try to customize this car. I don't think I took anything off but like the main engine part right here, and that's about it. I think you guys are going to see me redo the engine today and some of the body work. We're also going to jump in on how to buy a car in this game and also how to flip it for a pretty decent profit. Really what I do is that I customize it like I want. I usually just rebuild the engine. I don't worry about like putting another spark plug in it. I just rebuild the whole engine straight up, and that costs me about 10 grand to do. But if you buy the car for about 15 grand, then it's kind of worth the money, I guess. So we're just going to move this car on the lift. And at that point, if you move this car on the lift, you can't have another car out here, or you can put more cars inside your garage. I think my garage holds like 5 cars or something like that. I haven't tested it to the fullest. I think the most cars I've put in there is 2. So put this joker on the lift, and let's go ahead and start taking apart the engine. Alright, so we just finished actually breaking down the whole engine, and here's all the pieces right here. Now, I always order all the pieces. I don't care what percentage it's on. I'll just resell the old pieces. I don't care. It just brings up the value a lot more than just putting old random pieces in it. So let's go ahead and make a part list. Okay, so we just made a part list, and I'm almost for sure that this car does not have all the parts that it needs to build this engine. So if you see me go back and try to find the part, then that's what I'm doing. I'm just getting the part that I need and just adding it into my part list because I'm not sure of the part. So anytime I'm putting together an engine and I pause and go back to my tablet to buy the part, that's exactly what I'm doing. It just didn't have it in the car. I don't know that it's not in the car. I'm going back to buy it. Now one thing that you might see is that I do have a supercharger intake manifold right here for the V8. Now I was going to put that inside of the engine, but I totally forgot that if you buy this car straight up, you have to rebuild the engine on the engine mount, which I don't have unlocked yet. So yeah, so I can't actually do that right now. Now this car actually does go pretty fast by itself, so let's see what we got on the computer, and I'll show you my part list really fast. There's my shopping list. Now, a couple things I did add by accident. I know that I was going to put, I almost had 7 pistons, but it obviously takes 8. Then I think I added an extra spark plug or extra valve push rod. Now, you're supposed to have 16 of those and 16 of the rocker arms, which I always buy. Now, I buy the single rocker arms and do it manually. I just realized that you can actually add a different kind of header where you don't have to do it, you just buy it all in one single part. So I might end up researching that and doing that later on, but for right now I'm just going to do it manual because that's just what I know. And all the other parts are right here. Now I did not have 2 exhaust manifolds. I believe this car does take 2 exhaust manifolds, so I went ahead and added 2 of those instead of just 1. So now you're going to see me press all the parts in the search bar, and then after that you're going to see me put them on the car. So let's go ahead and head in. Now one thing I do is buy the clips, because I know the clips is not like a big part of the car, but it does count towards the percentage of the upgrade. So I always buy 2 clips. They're $9 a piece. It's not that expensive to just buy the clips, so I bought some clips. So this is what I was talking about a minute ago. You can either get a rocker arm, a single, or you can get rocker arms for a V8 OHVD, which means you're gonna need a different header for that. So the different header calls for a different rocker arm. So you can do it manually if you want to. Like I said, I'm doing it manually because it costs more money, but it's what I've been doing forever. So I'm just gonna do it manual and call it even. Alright, that's it for buying the parts. We're going to head in and let's go ahead and start putting in parts. This is what I was talking about, how some things weren't there before. So you can always press your tablet button and there it is, add the part. Okay, so here's another part that actually was not on the vehicle at the time I took it apart. Let's go ahead and hit the tablet and go buy us a starter. Right there. V8 I believe, yes. Yes, for a V8. So go ahead and hit this, buy it. Another thing we're going to have to buy is a oil filter. So if we go buy an oil filter, I believe it's going to be a V8 OHV. And let's go ahead and install starter, and there it is. Alright, so we're almost done on the top. Let's go on the bottom and see if we can finish up on bottom. I believe the only thing we have to put in the engine up top now is going to be oil, and maybe I forgot something else. So let's go ahead and mount down these pistons. Alright, so I think that's it for the bottom. Let's go ahead and head back on the top and we will see if we can put some oil inside this car and see if it actually starts. And it looks like she's gonna turn on. So, but that said, we just fixed the car and I bought this car for $22,000. So let's see how much money I can actually get for it. So let's go ahead and check that out. So if we go over here to car status, you can see just how much it's going for right now. So I bought this car for $22,000 and I basically fixed it up for another 10 grand. So in total, 32 grand is what I spent in this car. I'm getting $45,000 for it, so not bad. Now if you keep fixing up this car, you'll get a restoration bonus. Like if you go and try it out on the track and so on and so forth, you'll get your restoration bonus and actually go up by about 4 more grand on top of you fixing the rest of the car up. So you can do that if you would like to do that, but for this video, to make it kind of short and easy and simple, I'm going to go ahead and sell the car off and make that a little bit of money. Yeah. So later on, I'm going to have a video that's going to show you a complete restoration of my personal car and just how much it's worth now and how much it's going to go for when I'm completely done with it 100%. In just a second, I'm going to show you guys exactly how you go to barns, how you buy cars, how you flip cars for a little bit more of that extra cash, how much these cars can go for at the barn. And on top of that, I'm going to show you my personal car, my personal collection car that I'm going to keep for myself, and we'll be customizing later on in another video. So we're going to go ahead and head into that. First things first, we're going to go ahead and sell this car for $45,502. Sell car. I would love to sell this car. Okay, so we got about $64,000. So you're going to go to your main gate, and we're going to go to the barn. So I only have one barn on here right now, but if you have barns, you just click your inventory and you scroll through all the junk you haven't sold yet, and you'll see a map. You just press the map, press yes, you want to go to that barn, and it'll add it to your map. And also how these barns come in, if you so happen to level up, you will get a barn every now and then. And you can also find crates in this game like this. You just press open up the case and it will show you what's inside the case. These are like specialty parts you can add onto your personal car that makes it more reliable and better. It's just basically what it is. Collect these items. We did not get a map in this one, so I think that's the only case I have right now. Now you can find part cases at different kinds of barns as well. I believe they're $200 a piece. And let's go ahead and try to go to that barn we just did. So we had this one on the map before, but we're going to go ahead and head over to this one and see what's in the one we just got. Travel to a barn is $100, not bad if you have a little bit of extra cash. Okay, so in this barn we have one car sitting here. Usually the barns hold from either 1 to 2 cars. I've seen one with 3 cars before, but it's very... Oh, this one actually has... Wow, we got lucky. This one actually does have 3 cars in it, so... this is actually my personal car that I was going to fix up, so I guess actually I'm going to maybe grab this car depending on the price. I've tried to sell this car before. It doesn't go for very much. Even if you rebuild the engine, it goes for about $34,000. It's not that much, and he wants 18 for it. We can make a little bit of a profit, but I mean, if we put 10 grand inside the engine, we're at 28 grand, and if we're only making $34,000, is it really worth the time? This car here, I don't think I've ever customized this car before. Looks like it's missing a header from the get-go. No, it's not missing a header, actually it's missing a header cover. Sorry about that. But everything else looks really, really rusty. It's going to have to be a complete rebuild like always. And he wants 15 for it, so we can go ahead and get this car. I'm actually going to go ahead and buy it because it's so cheap. But the cheaper the car is, obviously, the worse that's wrong with it. So I mean, you get a trade-off there. So he wants 23 for this car, which is actually not bad. It's not supercharged, just a regular V8. But we're gonna go ahead and get this car because why not? Buy car, yes. And we're gonna park this one inside of our garage, actually, instead of our parking lot, to go ahead and customize this one. He wants 18 for this car. I'm not gonna buy it just because if I buy this car, I won't have enough money to customize the other cars I have. Not customize. I don't have enough money to fix them up, so we're actually not gonna buy this car. But if I had the money, I would put time and effort into this car. It's just that I don't see the money's just not there for this car unless you really, really put time into it and get that restoration bonus, which takes a lot more game hours. So I would get it, but I'm not today. Now the next thing you want to do in these barns is really look through all this junk, because sometimes they have parts that you can restore inside of all this junk for the cars that are in the barn, and you will pay a lot less if you want to go that route. Unfortunately, I actually don't want to go that route because, like I said, I buy everything brand new from the store, and there's no guarantee that you're going to get those parts fixed. So I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just looking for the junk right now to look for the cases right there. A lot of times they'll have cases laying to the side right here, did you see? But in this instance, I don't believe I see any cases besides this one and this one. And the other one, the last one didn't have a case, and this one doesn't have a case with it being on the shelf, so no case. You'll find about 1 or 2 cases in each barn, I believe. I found 2 inside one barn, and this one I found 1. So I'm going to go ahead and leave to garage. That case is $200. Go ahead and buy those parts. Okay, and once we're loaded back into the game, back into our garage, we'll see that we have the car that we want inside of our garage, which is the one that I said that's just like my personal vehicle. So what we're going to do is we're going to stop this video right here. This is more of an educational video just because I wanted to let you guys know how fun this game is. This is like a stress reliever to me, and being on YouTube is like a stress reliever to me. I love doing this for you guys, and it's all about you guys. I love customizing these cars and showing you guys how I'm customizing them and restoring these vehicles and showing you guys how I restore them and how I make money on this game. It's fast, easy, quick money. Just restore your engine, buy the parts you need, sell the car, and then you are completely done with this car. You can resell it for a lot higher. So yeah, I appreciate you guys watching. This car is going to be the next car we're going to restore on the next video. And also the playlist that I have for the car mechanic simulator is actually a series. So we're going to go through the series and see how much profit I can actually make until we reach about $200,000 in this game. Just see how many videos and how many cars it takes to actually make that $200,000 mark. If you guys want to keep seeing these parts, we can make it go to $1 million if you want to, and just see how many cars you need to actually get that $1 million mark. Please like, comment, and subscribe below if you guys want to help out the channel. We appreciate it very much, and if you want to see more videos like this, we muchly appreciate you guys subscribing and turning on that bell notification so you'll be the first one to know when my videos come out on Monday through Saturday. Thank you guys for watching, and have a great day out there.